Hi, Coach Christine here. Welcome back to Ageless Strength. So today our workout is going to involve light weights. You don't have to have the weights, but we're going to do upper body strength today. So I hope you can join me to work on those bat wings and get those arms and upper body, chest and back working and strong. So let's get started. We're going to do 6 exercises and we're going to repeat them. So we're going to really get those muscles fired up. But we're going to do it in a nice, safe manner. So I've got light weights here. These are 2 kgs. If you've got a 1 kg or you've got a 2 pound or 1 pound, stay where you're comfortable, stay within your range, or even just a bottle of water. Okay? So I'm going to be hip width apart with the feet. I'm going to be nice and tall to the crown of the head. And as always, I'm always going to be aware of my core. So draw that navel inwards and lift those pelvic floor muscles upwards. So zipped up in the core as we begin. So we're starting with overhead. So we want to work into shoulders. So we want to be 90-degree, our elbow and our shoulder are level. I'm going to press up and overhead. Now, like I say, if you don't have the weights, that's okay. Press up and overhead and coming back to that 90-degree position. Really important to be coming back to here, keeping the tummy zipped in. Let's go. Up and over. Just pushing those weights, coming back to our 90. Awareness to the zip in the core as we continue to press. Fabulous. Keep going. Again, if you don't have the weights, you can just imagine that you do. Coming back to 90 as we press. Nearly there. Nice, slow and controlled. We're not trying to rush anything here today. We're trying to build the strength safely. Trying to keep all our muscles and tendons, ligaments and bones in a safe place. Fabulous. Okay, we're going to move on from this one. We're going to do lateral raise. We're going to bring these out to the side, again, with or without the weights. So starting in with the body, I want to keep a nice soft bend in my elbow as I bring those weights out, in line with the shoulders, and I come back in again, nice and slow. Zipped up in that core, tall through the crown of the head, and we keep going. Lateral raise. Now, if you're struggling to do 2 arms, if you have the weights, we can do 1 arm at a time. Nice and slow, nice and controlled, really feeling those shoulders working nice and hard. Don't forget to breathe. Fabulous. We're nearly there. Think about getting those elbows up in line with the shoulders, coming back slowly. Up, control. We're nearly there. Let's do 3 more. Lift it, control it. Fabulous. Last one. Excellent. Okay, from here we're going to do our biceps. So the ones on the front of the arm. So again, we're tall, we're zipped, grabbing those weights or not, whatever you have. You want to just use those arms nice and slow as I tip and lower. Breathe, smile, touch, control. Zipped in that core. Tall through the crown of the head. We're looking for good posture as we work. Tip it and control it. Slow control moves, looking after our joints as we touch and bring them slowly back to where we started. You got it. Keep smiling. This will be worth all the efforts. Let's go for 3 more. Control it. Touch and back. Touch and back. Feeling that now in the biceps? I definitely am. Last one. Okay, from the front of the arm to the back of the arm. So our famous bat wings, these ones back here, the ones most of us women out there, most of us gals hate. So I'm going to turn side on. Those feet are hip width. I'm going to hinge from the hip. So I'm going to push the bum back. So you'll feel a bit of a stretch in those hamstrings. I'm going to hinge forward, pushing back. So from here, I want to keep my elbows nice and tight. And I want to kick back. So think about kicking back from the elbow. So I don't want to move those shoulders. I'm zipped and I'm kicking back. From the elbow, zip and kicking back. And keep going. Keep that head nice and long. Working through the neck. Feeling that stretch at the back of the legs, even though I'm really focused in here on upper body stuff. I can still be aware of my lower body stuff. Elbow, kick back. Control back to start position. Kick back from that elbow, control. So think about a little pause as you kick back. Don't forget to breathe, don't forget to smile, keep going. Kicking back. Zipped up. Nice long back. So I'm not rounded in my back, I've got a nice long straight back as I kick from the elbow, control that. Let's do 2 more. Kick, control. Kick, control. Kick, control. 1 more, I always go more than I say I'm going to. Fabulous. Okay, next we're going to be on the floor, so we're going to come down to do a press. So working on the mat. So my feet are in line with my knees are under my hips, my hands are under my shoulders, and I've got a nice straight back. So I'm going to go a little bit wider to the width of the mat to make it a little bit easier. If you wanted more challenge, you could bring those hands closer together. So I'm going to go wide, I'm going to cheat just a little bit, I'm going to zip up my core, I'm going to bend to press, lower the face and push to lift. Let's go. Slowly down as I bend. So I don't want to be hinging with the hips here, guys. I don't want to be moving those hips forward and back. I want to bend through the elbow as I lower, inhale to go down and exhale to press up. Don't forget to breathe, don't forget to smile. Let's go. Down and up, control it. Bending through those elbows as I lower, pushing through those elbows as I lift. So I'm not locking the elbows out, I'm just bringing them back to straight position. Inhale down, push to lift. If I want to challenge, I'd bring those knees further away and I'd cross and lift the feet. So I like a little bit of challenge, so I'm going to go in the longer position. Zipped, push, inhale, exhale. You got it. Nice strong body. Control it. You don't have to do as many repetitions as me, guys, so stay where you're comfortable, stay within your range. If you want to have a little break, a little breather, that's okay. We're nearly there. Down on the inhale, push on the exhale, coming up. We're nearly there. Let's do 2 more. Fabulous. Okay, from here I'm going to come to plank. So we're going to do a full plank. So again, I'm going to keep my hands where they are, the width of my mat under my shoulders, and I'm going to lengthen my body out to come to a full plank position. My feet are going to be hip width behind, and what I want to make sure of is that my bum isn't too high and that my hips aren't too low. Okay, so I don't want to be sagging in my body and I don't want to be too high with that. So I want to have a nice straight body line. Okay, if you've got a mirror, fabulous. If you don't, you got to try and visualize that you're working your core as you're zipped up. You're working your booty as you're squeezed on, and you're pushing the heels away with a straight body line. Hold as you breathe. If you wanted to modify, you could bring those knees to the floor. Okay, so don't feel you have to be up into full plank position. You don't. Okay, you're still working hard here. Your core is zipped. You're looking to the floor and you're not hanging your head. My puppy has come to say hello as always. And I straighten that body line to hold the position. Hold as you breathe. Hopefully you haven't got a dog licking your face at the same time. So I'm zipped in my core. Most important thing for my plank is that my core is on. I'm aware of my glutes being on and I'm pushing those heels away. Let's hold for 2 more. Big breath in and out. Last one. Feeling it. Working it. And bring those knees down. Take a quick hinge back to child pose. Pushing back, seat to heels. Just lengthen the spine, have a breather. Okay, let's come on to round 2. We're doing it, we're feeling it, it's all good. Okay, overhead press, relax the shoulders, hip width apart with those feet, zip up the core, back to our 90-degree position, and push. Fabulous. Okay, so we know what we're doing, so we can pick up the pace just a little bit if that's comfortable for you. If you don't feel like picking up the pace, that's okay. Those muscles are starting to get a little bit tired, and that's okay too. Shoulder and push. Back to shoulder height and I push. I'm still zipped up in my tummy. I'm still connected with my toes into the floor. And I'm still tall through the crown of the head. Fabulous. And push. Inhale and lift. You got it. Keep smiling. It'll all be worth it. Push it up overhead. Back to shoulder height. Let's do 3 more. Strong in your body, strong in that upper body. We're building up our strength, controlling our movements. not offending our joints in any way. So again, stay within your range, within your comfort zone. Fabulous. Okay, overhead, we're going into our lateral raise. So everything else remains the same in our setup. So again, a nice soft elbow as I bring those weights out to the side, shoulder height, and control them back in towards my legs again. You got it, let's go. Don't forget to breathe. Tend to exhale on that effort and inhale to come back in. I'm not coming back in swinging. I want to come back in with control. So there should be as much effort on the in as there is on the out. Control and lift. Well done. Keep going. Soft elbow as I lift in line with my shoulders. Control that movement back in again. Exhale and inhale. Don't forget to breathe. We don't want to be holding that breath. Keep smiling. Think this is all going to be good for my body, making me stronger, making me more toned. Out control, in control. Zipped in the tummy. Don't forget to keep those core muscles working as we lower and lift. You got it. Let's do 3 more. Make it count. If you're getting tired, don't be afraid to have a break. I prefer you to break than lose your form. Control it back. Last one. And up. Fabulous. Okay, we're going into our triceps. So from the side, feet are hip width. I push from the hips, so I want to make sure that I'm pushing from the hips and I'm keeping my back nice and long, nice and straight. Again, I'm feeling a bit of a stretch in the hamstrings. You can soften those knees if you need to, just as long as your back is nice and long and nice and straight. So I don't want to be rounded in my back at any level. Push. Elbows are close into my body and I kick back from the elbows. Coming back in again. I kick back. Pause and in. You got it. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bending those elbows again. Push back. You want to pick up that pace just a little if that feels okay for you. If not, just go nice and slow at your pace. Again, this is more about getting it right, getting control, getting form. Don't want to offend anything. So think about those back wings. We all have an issue with those back of arms hanging, sagging. So this is a great one really to focus in on working those triceps. Kick it back, pause, control. Kick it back, pause, control. We're nearly there. Let's do 3 more. Nice and long back. Zipped in the abs. We do 1 more. I always cheat. Push. Fabulous. Let's come up. Okay, we're into our press ups again. So back to the floor. Again, I'm going to go to the width of the mat. If you want to make it a little bit more challenging, you can come closer. So directly under the shoulders. My knees are under my hips. My spine is nice and long and I'm zipped in my core as I go down on the inhale and push for the exhale. Let's go. Push. Slow down. Pushing up. Bending through those elbows, holding to the core. Again, if I wanted to make this more challenging, I bring those knees further back. So I have a longer lever which adds more challenge for my press. I'd cross and lift my feet if I wanted even more challenge. Down and push. Zipped in my core. Inhale to lower, exhale to press. You got it. Slow and control. Go at your pace. If you need a little breather, that's okay too. Get my feet licked. Inhale, exhale. Hello. Inhale and exhale. And down. And press. And down. Core is on. Bending through the elbow. No movement in the hips here, guys. This is all elbow. I don't want to lock the elbow out. I don't want to stretch the joint out as I lower and lift. You got it? Let's do 2 more. We're nearly there. Down and press. And down and press. Well deserved little break here. So let's push back for our child pose. Nice, take some nice big breaths, lengthen the spine. This time for child pose, I'm going to bring the arms along the sides and I'm going to rest the head and pushing back towards those heels. Rest the head, rest the shoulders and breathe into it. Nice big breaths. Okay, getting ready for our last one, possibly our hardest one for plank. So again, choose your level with your plank. Modified plank, much the same as our press up. So if I wanted to go straight into modified and not into full plank, I'd have those knees a little further back and I'd hold a position with a longer lever, okay? Zipped up in the core, nice and long in the neck if I look to the mat. Hopefully for most of us, we're going to come into a full plank. So I stretch one leg out, I stretch the other leg out, I'm hip width apart with those feet. I'm going to lower the body down because I don't want to have my bum up. I want to lower that body, I want to lengthen out, I want to draw the navel in, and I want to keep that neck nice and long as I look to the floor. Squeeze the glutes. So again, try not to dip, try not to have those hips too high, and hold as you breathe. In and out. But this is really about focusing in on your breath. Believe it or not, your breath is a great distraction from our effort. So breathe into it. Make sure you can hear the sound of the breath. Your navel is drawn in. You're nice and strong in your core. You're strong in your glutes. In and out with the breaths. Breathe into it. You got it. We're nearly there. This is the hardest one, but it's because we're working all the muscles of our body, making them work hard. Booty on, core on. Push those heels away behind. Breathe into it. This is all those muscle groups working really hard. Take a break if you need to. We're nearly there. Woo. Let's do 3 more big breaths. In and out. Breathe into it. In and out. You got it. In and out. Amazing. Woo. Roll those shoulders. They probably need it if you've been in a plank. Tough, great workout. So we've worked through all the muscle groups of the upper body, our shoulders, the front of our arms, the back of our arms, the pec, into the back areas. And again, we've also worked on our posture, we've worked on the length of our spine, we've had awareness to our legs and our feet and how we're connecting into the ground. So really, really great job. Great job today, guys. Really, really good. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hoping to do another one next week. So well done on today's work. Tough work, good work, really beneficial. So I'm hoping that you'll like my video if you did like it, and you'll subscribe, share, comment. Great to have you here today for this wonderful workout. Hope you got the benefits. Well done, and hope to see you again next week.